How's it going, guys? Bainey here, and welcome to video 18 of Facebook ads for small businesses, where I teach small business owners just like you exactly how to run Facebook ads for your business so you don't have to pay someone like me thousands of dollars a month to do it for you. In today's video, guys, I'm going to be following on from yesterday's video and going over the ad set level of an ad. So I'm going to do three videos on the ad elements. One's the campaign level, which we went over yesterday. Today's going to be the ad set level, and tomorrow will be the ads level. So before I get into it, guys, if you're following along and you like the content I put out, hit that subscribe button for us, hit that like button, and leave me a comment below if you have any questions, and let's jump into today's video. If you're following along, this is what we just went over in the last video. In today's video, we'll just hit next and we'll go over the ad set level. So again, you've got the naming convention at the top. I'm just going to do con. Like I said in the last video, I'll show you how to name them correctly, so easy to find and easy to organize later on. But for now, we'll just leave it like that. Conversion ads. So this is a conversion ad. So this page will look different depending on what objective you selected. So I've selected conversion. This is the different elements we've got. So when you select a conversion ad, your main purpose is to drive conversions to your website or an app or a message or a WhatsApp chat or something like that. But most people, unless you've got an app or something like that, are just going to be driving traffic to a website. Just select website. You'll come down here. If you've been following along with all my other videos, your pixel should come up here. Yours will probably be called ad account 1 or whatever you've named it. So for today's purposes, we're just going to optimize for a purchase. And basically, very basically what that is I'm telling Facebook, I want to optimize for a purchase. I want people who are going to buy from me. So anyone who comes onto my website and they purchase, I want more people like that. This is the people I want to target, and it's usually the most expensive. If I come down here and I select add to cart or something like that, I will get add to carts a lot cheaper. I'll probably get an add to cart for, $5, and that's someone to click an ad, head over to my website, and then add something to cart. That will probably cost me $5, but I don't want people to add to cart because, I want people to go all the way through and create a purchase. So don't worry too much about this stage. When we're setting up the ad, I'll show you what event you should be optimized to start off with, depending on your business. So just for today's purposes, we're just going to stick to purchase. Dynamic creatives. I'm going to do a whole different video on dynamic creatives. It's really, really cool. But just very basically what this is if you turn that on, what you can do on the ad level is you can upload 5 pictures or 10 pictures, 5 different headlines, 5 different texts, 5 different button text and stuff like this. And what Facebook will do, it will mix and match all the pictures and text and buttons, and it will try and find the best combination for you so you don't have to split test it for yourself. It's really cool. It's a really good way to test out a lot of different creatives at once. But like I said, I'm going to go over that in a different video because it is pretty advanced. So for now, for a basic ad, just leave it off. Offer. This is pretty cool. You can create offers. You can select your page. I'm going to go over that in a different video as well. Again, another more advanced type of ad, I guess. So yeah, just leave those off for now. When we come down to the budget, obviously pick whatever budget you're comfortable with spending every day. So here's the thing about marketing budget. You have to work out what you're comfortable to spend on a monthly basis without running out of money, or not paying your car payment, or missing your home mortgage payment, or buy food because you're spending all your money on marketing. That's not what you want. You need to set yourself a marketing budget where you can spend every single month and it's not going to bother you, because sometimes it might take a few months before you become profitable. You don't want to be worrying about spending too much money on ads because it's taken away, you're not paying your water bill or you're not paying your electricity bill because it's all going on ads. You don't want to do that. You need to set yourself a monthly budget that you can comfortably afford every single month without having to worry about it. To start with, it might be just $10 a day, which ends up being $300 a month. If you can't spend $300 a month comfortably, you probably need to find another job where you can afford to spend $300 a month and not break the bank, not go without. You still need to eat, you still need to pay your bills, you still need to do all that, but you need a marketing budget that you can just leave on. Once you turn your ads on, it just needs to be consistent. So that being said, come down here to start date. What you do when you create ads, it's what I usually do. Say if I'm creating an ad now, I would actually start that tomorrow. I would start that the next day at like 4 o'clock in the morning. I'll go over that in detail when we actually create ads. I don't put an end date. I just turn them off when they stop performing or something like that. I never put an end date. Don't ever do that. Come down here, and sometimes this will let you edit it, so you can run ads sometimes at night. You can turn them ads on at 4 o'clock and run them to 12 o'clock at night. I don't recommend doing that. I never use this. Just run the ads all the time, and Facebook will pick the best time to show your ads to the people that need to see them. So just leave that. Facebook does a really good job of figuring out who needs to see it and when. So we scroll down to the audience section, and this is where we would start picking the audience that we want to target. If you've been following along in previous videos where I created the custom audiences for retargeting, this is where we would put that custom audience in here. So you've got your lookalike audiences and you've got your custom audiences, and we can select the different custom audiences there. I'll go over those in more detail in another video. Also, this is where you can exclude audiences, stuff like that. I'll show you that. When we create retargeting ads, it's really important to exclude certain audiences, so I'll show you how to do that. The countries that you want to target, so I usually stick to people living or recently in this location, which is obviously just Australia. Again, you can exclude countries if you want to as well. Come down here to the age brackets, and it'll obviously just depend on what product you're selling will determine, what age brackets you select. If you're selling makeup, probably not the best to target 65-year-olds, but you never know, they might be buying it for their granddaughter or whatever as well. So genders, obviously, easiest one, whatever product you're selling. If it's more for men and women, you select there. Detailed targeting, this is where you'd actually type in an interest, what your ideal customer might be interested in. So let's say, for example, you're targeting men and you're selling perfume or, aftershave or something like that. You might target someone who's interested in football, for example, because, that's what guys are into. So I'm going to go over this in a lot more detail in another video, so don't worry too much about that for now. And again, you can exclude people who might be interested in certain products as well. Down here, it's going to say detailed targeting expansion. Reach people beyond your targeting selections when it's likely to improve performance. To start off with, I would turn that off. I'll go over why to turn that off when we're actually creating the ads. Don't worry too much about that for now. Languages, obviously, just select whatever language is suitable. You've got show more options here, and you can actually target people that are connected to your Facebook page and stuff like that. But I don't use it, and you probably won't have to use it too much either. But that's very basically the audience section, and that's pretty much the main section of the ad set where you'll be doing a lot of your work. When it comes down to placements, there's different placements. I usually just use automatic, but if you didn't want to use automatic, you come down to manual, and you can turn off Facebook, you can turn off Instagram, or you can untick all the ones that you don't want your ads to show in. If you scroll down to the bottom of this and you hit show more options, you can target people by their devices. So you can target people by Android devices, iOS, which is obviously Apple. Apple's usually the better quality of person, because Apples are more expensive and richer people tend to have Apples. You can go by iPads, iPhones, you can do different model numbers and stuff like that. So if you wanted to target the people who had the newest iPhone, you could go version 14.7. And you can also do it if, say, you wanted someone to watch a long video. For some reason you were doing an ad and the video was 10 minutes long. A good way to target people might be only to target people who are connected to Wi-Fi, because people who are connected to Wi-Fi are more likely to watch longer videos because they're at home in bed or something like that. So it's just something to keep in mind. This is all very new, so just leave it as standard inventory for now. In another video I might go over this, but it's all very, very new. Just for this purpose, just leave it as automatic. So here is optimization and delivery. When you're running a conversion ad, you just want to stick this to, it's always going to be on conversions, so just leave it on conversions. In later videos, I might show you value ads, but just for the purpose of this video, just leave it at conversions. Cost control, this is a little bit more of an advanced feature. Say, for an example, you don't want to pay anything more than $50 for a sale. You can come in here and say $50, and Facebook, if it doesn't think it can get you a sale for under $50, it's just not going to spend your money. It might spend $60 or $100, and then it will just stop spending money because it's not getting sales. Again, it's a little bit more advanced. I didn't use this feature for a long time, so to be honest, just don't worry about it. Come down here, and this is your attribution settings. At default, it's going to be set to 7 days after clicking. This can be a tough one because a lot of people recommend 7 days click. And what this is just how Facebook allocates sales to your ad set. So if someone clicks your ad 7 days ago, but doesn't buy, but then come back and buys today on the 7th day, then they're going to attribute that sale to that click 7 days ago. It is a little bit confusing. To be honest, I'm still sticking a 1 day click and view. I've found it works better for my accounts. Some accounts I do have a 7 day click or view, or 7 day click, 1 day view. And again, to start off with, if you're just brand new, just start the 7 day click. I would probably recommend just to start the 7 day click. If you can change that, don't worry about it. It's always just leave it as impressions. Standard delivery, just leave it as standard as well. So obviously, yeah, that's the ad set level. It's a little bit more complicated than the campaign level. There's a lot more features and things that you have to go through and set up. But once you get the hang of it, it is very easy. I can set up an ad in like a minute. It is very easy once you get the hang of it. So that's very basically the ad set level. In the next video, I'm going to go over the ad level on how to create the actual ad. If you've got any questions about this section, leave them in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks, guys.